Most people will recognize the word photosynthesis in a fairly quick amount of time, but organisms utilize multiple processes, for example cellular respiration. This video will focus on explaining both photosynthesis and cellular respiration, with the purpose of educating the viewer in their differences. Photosynthesis is the process utilized by most plants, algae, and cyanobacteria to generate food. These organisms are called photoautotrophs. During the process, the organisms break down carbon dioxide and water and end up with a final product of glucose and oxygen. Photosynthesis divides into two smaller processes, light-dependent and light-independent. The light-dependent reaction takes place in the thylakoid membranes, which are located in the chloroplast, and its main job is to generate ATP and NADPH, which are the molecules needed for the light-independent process. On the other hand, we have the light-independent reaction, which also takes place in the chloroplast. This process utilizes the ATP and NADPH that were previously obtained to convert energy into carbohydrates.
First, we have cellular respiration. This is the process used by plants, fungi, archaea, and other organisms to generate energy. During the process, the organism takes in oxygen and glucose and generates ATP, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Cellular respiration is divided into three stages: glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and electron transport chain. Glycolysis, which means breakdown of sugar, is the first stage of cellular respiration. This process occurs in the cytoplasm, and what it does is that 6 carbon sugars are oxidized and broken down into pyruvate, also as producing ATP. The second stage, which is called Krebs cycle, is the stage in which glucose and other molecules are broken down into carbon dioxide and water to release ATP. This happens in the matrix of the mitochondrion. The electron transport chain is the last stage. This happens in the inner membrane of the mitochondria, and its job is to transfer electrons through a membrane to create a gradient of protons that will generate ATP.
These processes are known as complementary because the products of photosynthesis are the reactants of cellular respiration and vice versa. These processes are important to the environment because they form part of the carbon cycle. While photosynthesis takes the carbon in the environment, cellular respiration releases that carbon. We hope that after watching this video, the viewers will be able to recognize the differences between both processes.